I'm going to give you another tip. People have these windscreens on their microphone, like they're, if you can't listen, if you're on the go and
that's what you did with your hair.
Yeah. You pull off your toupee, you cover your microphone. Wait, hold on.
I love it. You look like the guy in Aladdin. The genie.
Yo, if you need an emergency windscreen, you just take this sucker off. You put it. The mother of invention, necessity, the mother of invention. And we're back. Hey everybody, it's your host Darren Carter, the party starter, and I got my boy Gilbert Esquivel. How are you, Gilbert?
What's up, D? What's going on, party starter?
Man, we have had a great week hanging out with each other. Yesterday, I went down to your place and helped you out with some stuff, technology-wise, and
dude, that's the best money I ever spent.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Sometimes I felt like it was the blind leading the blind, but at other times, and what I mean is by that is I have a friend. She goes, "Oh, you should teach people how to use their phones. Like you're really good at like YouTube and Instagram and converting files and adding text to a picture and all this kind of stuff." And I go, "You know what? That's stuff that anybody in their 20s knows how to do it." She goes, "You should teach a class for people over 40 how to use their phone." That's what I did. And I got to be honest, it felt really good to, it's a little bit frustrating only even with myself because I'm like, see, like right there, like, I don't know why your phone says Gilbert's phone. Like those little moments where I'm like, I don't know why, something is.
Can you edit that out?
No, let's leave it in. I don't know why it said that. What happened? That was weird, but it was great to teach a guy like you, because when you, first of all, you're excited to learn, and when you do learn something, you're like, here's what you do. Every time I show you something that's cool, like for example, editing, and I go, the video shouldn't just stop. It should like fade to black. And I showed you how to make the video fade to black, and you were like, wow.
Well, Darren, I'm always watching YouTube videos on how to make your stuff pop and how to make the best YouTube videos and all that stuff. And it's kind of like none of them look as good as yours. And I'm like, why?
Thank you.
I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, you got the most popping one. Yours pops. Your thumbnails pop, and it's like right away grab you. Everything in the content is amazing. I love your content. It's funny. It's interesting. But it's not just how to do it. It's like, okay, it's like a singing teacher. There's a lot of vocal teachers. They teach you how to sing, but they don't sing themselves. Right. They're not, they're not singers. They're not singing anywhere. They're just teaching. Well, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're teaching now. Well, you're not teaching, but you taught me. But the little things that you taught me, I'm like, this is big. Just the little tiny little things you showed me. I was like, dude, I mean, it was worth far more than what I paid you. So thank you.
Oh, Gilbert, thank you. And you know what it is? Even with my own self, it's like I got tired of not knowing how to do stuff. And so about 3 years ago, I just sat down and I watched YouTube tutorials and I asked questions. And if I had anybody that knew something, I would just practice and practice and practice. And then I started getting a little bit better and a little bit better. But you know what, though? That's what life is. And I think a lot of times in life, you learn a certain thing and then you just stay there. But with technology, I mean, it's changing all the time. And I got tired of not knowing how to like do the simple things like put text on a picture or, upload a video to YouTube. Or, I mean, I was like, how do I? And I used to always pay people. And then I got to the point where I was like, I want to learn how to do it now, because just like the Beatles, there's 4 of them. You got to rely on each other, on your schedules. I got tired of relying on people's schedule, if they were going to be in town or not. And I said, man, I'm just going to learn this myself. But I'm learning from you. Do you have your coffee mug, your night owl coffee mug? Do you have it close by?
Yeah, somewhere. Well, I had it. No, I took it in to wash.
So we were drinking coffee yesterday, and you held up your mug, and I go, that's so cool. And you're like, yeah, man, I drink these whenever I do my show. And I was like, I should do something like that. So check it out.
Yeah, man. My show's doing pretty. Look. Oh my God. Hold on a minute. Let me see, Darren. Turn it. Oh, bro, that's the one. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. That is cool. Yeah.
I thought of you. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do I do that? And you go, it's how you do it.
Oh, wow. I fell in love with that art.
Yeah.
When you had it on your YouTube. Oh man, I was like, I had to show my wife. I go, look at this guy. This guy is like.
It's from my 4th comedy album. It's called The Party Continues. The Party Continues. That's supposed to be my wife and my son. And I do a bit about being on a motorcycle, and that's what that picture represents. But yeah, it's thank you. I had that on a T-shirt, but it's so many colors that it just got to the point where it was too expensive to make. You know?
Yeah, they wanted like $12 per shirt on mine, but that was just because of all the colors. And after that, I was going to drop down, But still, it's a lot. That T-shirt right there, though, buddy, I'm telling you, people will pay for it. You should make just a few, just to try it.
Yeah,
just get a few. Real quick, Darren. There's also a way you could do it. Well, nah, never mind. Go ahead. It was too expensive the other way.
Yeah. No. Let me ask you a question. Tell the audience like one of the things that you learned yesterday that you're really excited about trying.
Oh my gosh, the adding your layers, text. All these little things you showed me, how the little flashing things that pop up on your video that make, all these little things putting up information. Oh my gosh. And you just scratched the surface.
Yeah.
Just what you showed me makes a video look professional. It takes it from a video to a video you want to watch. See, that's what right. You want. I got some great, awesome stories. I mean, amazing on my YouTube channel. By the way, it's Comedian Gilbert's World, my YouTube channel. And I got a lot of inspirational stories and interviews that I did. However, there's nothing there to grab someone who's surfing, or what do you call that?
Yeah, channel surfing or surfing the web. That's so frustrating, man, because I know so many really good comedians that they haven't upped their technology game. And I don't even know if this is the best technology, but I'm telling you, at least it's watchable and people can hear it. And there's so many stories out there, but the people, they're kind of, the information, they got to a certain point in their life and they don't know how to do it. But then there's other people that really know technology, but they're not that funny, but they're out there, and it can be frustrating. Like that story you were telling me yesterday. Tell people a little bit about that story.
About
you interviewed a guy. I think he got shot or something, or he shot somebody.
Oh yeah. I interviewed one guy. He was a member of a very famous prison gang, and another member of that prison gang, his own friend, his own homie, shot him 5 times because he beat up his brother. And so I guess the dude got a hit put on him. You know what I mean? You don't just beat up anybody's brother. You beat up the wrong brother, that's your head. So the guy shot him 5 times, left him for dead. Luckily, the cops were raiding the place where they were at. There was a raid at the same time. Had the raid not happened, they wouldn't have got into the hospital in time. But this guy literally, he not only that, but while he was in surgery, he had a stroke. And he couldn't move half his body. And he couldn't afford therapy, so he had to teach himself how to walk and talk, again, by himself. Years later, the guy ends up, he goes to prison a few times and all that stuff. But he ends up, having to come to Jesus moment, you know what I mean? And he becomes a Christian and runs into that guy who tried to kill him at church. The church was full. There was only one seat available. And that guy sat in it, and it was right in front of him.
Wow.
So this guy, I guess he took a gun to church one time. He started taking a gun to church. I mean, these two were bitter enemies, man. But anyways, make a long story short, you can watch the whole interview on my YouTube channel. He ends up forgiving the guy. They become buddies. Not only that, but the guy became his best man at his wedding. The guy that tried to kill him was his best man.
Wow.
And these are killers. These guys were like some hardcore, straight up, you don't mess with guys. And these guys forgave, and now they're buds. And they both got books out. Actually, one's got a book out about his life. The guy that tried to kill him, he's got a book out about his life. The guy who forgave him, they're working on his book. So, yeah, check him out. You'll see it. It was amazing.
I'm telling you, see, you have access. I guess we all have access, but you know you have access and relationships with people that have these great stories that have turned their life around. They're on the straight and narrow. And, you know, I mean, how awesome would it be, if you were to interview them, if they want to be interviewed. And I think it's a great thing that you're learning how to do some of this stuff. I mean, you already do a nightly show or a weekly show on your Facebook. I mean, it's just going to blow up from here, I believe, Gilbert. Right.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, with what I'm doing now, it's big. And I fell into it accidentally. I didn't even know what I was doing. I used my phone for my camera. I had some lights for marijuana growing lamps. Those lights, they look like, they use them to grow plants. They're fluorescent, long tubes. There's like 6 of them. You can use them. They use them for whatever lighting, but you can also grow with them. So I had those in the garage for years. So I just pulled them out, put them up, turned on the camera, and there I was in the morning drinking coffee, into the night show.
It's so weird that you just happen to have those kind of lights in your garage.
No, they had been there for a long time, and I was going to save money and sell my motorcycle to buy all this equipment. And one day I was walking and meditating like I do. I believe in prayer and all that stuff, and I was spending time alone with my Creator, with my God. You know what I mean? That's why I was and then I just got this train of thought and a voice I heard. I don't want to scare people by saying it wasn't an audible voice. It was just a thought that was so loud. It's like you feel like something or someone was talking to you. And it said this, just start with what you got. And I did. I came home. I went ghetto with it. I strapped the bungee cord around the camera and the speaker, so that the speaker was my tripod and the sound. And then I had the lights. I would hang them. I just hung them by chains, and it worked. It worked, dude. And I tell you what, Darren, I didn't even go live. I just recorded it. I had people coming up to me on Hollywood Boulevard telling me, "Hey, I saw your video. Thank you. It was so inspirational." I go, "Who? You saw it?" They go, "No, my brother shared it with me." Ooh. And I'm like, wow. She goes, "I love that story about the coffee cup that you told." And I'm like, wow. So that's when I knew I was onto something. So I started the night show. The night show took off international. So now you just showed me how to take something that was already here to up here, buddy, way up here, man. Just the little simple things that you taught me. Not only did you teach me the little things about the technical things, you also taught me little tricks, little ideas, little things that I never thought about, little details that people don't even pay attention to. Even these video, what do you call those YouTube?
The algorithms or something?
No, they got these people
tutorials?
that teach people. No, there's people who teach
tutorials, YouTube tutorials.
Yes, but there's a certain upper echelon of people that they're called a certain name, and what they do is they inspire something,
like a master class or something
like that. But anyway, they don't even tell you these things. These little details, these little tricks that you told me, Gilbert. I got some tricks that I learned,
like the influencers.
The influencers. That's what they're called. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, what man, I'm a little tiny influencer, and I'm just influencing my friends and the people that are in our community, the people that are watching right now. Gilbert, you, dude, you know what, man? Honestly, it's like when I say blind leading the blind, because I feel like you're so far ahead of me in certain ways, and I'm far ahead of you in other ways, but you inspire me. You know what I mean?
Earlier, you were telling me, Gilbert, make sure the camera's by your, I go, Darren, I know what I'm doing, Darren.
Yeah, exactly. I go, make sure it's eye level, No, but then you grabbed that microphone and you had the whole power strip. I'm like, how did you do that? And you're like, and you got because I was going to say about 3 years ago, that's one of those stories I think I saw, the one that went viral, the coffee cup story. And I used to, I swear, man, I don't know if I was just in the right place at the right time in my mind, but I was open to hearing these inspirational stories, and it really helped me, man. And I want you to tell the coffee cup story if you'd like, but before you do that, I had to laugh when you said, just start. Just start. I didn't have a tripod for a long time. You know what my tripod was? A Kleenex box. A Kleenex box.
I still use that. I still use it sometimes.
I realize if I turn it like this, it sits up this. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. I bought a microphone and the box that it came in, I use that. Yeah.
Right now I was going to use my laptop. Remember, I was going to use my laptop, but I figured I got to figure out what happened. It didn't work, so I'm on my phone here. But if you look at my laptop, I got it sitting on 3 old CD cases.
That's hilarious.
That's my tripod, because I don't have a tripod for my laptop. And the pool. I got it on top of the pool table, but the pool table's too low. It's not eye level, so I had to raise it eye level.
Hey, you know
what, Darren? I got to tell you, necessity is the mother of invention.
That's right.
And a lot of times when you don't have stuff, you got to make things work, and you could save a lot of money. You don't need a lot of expensive equipment. Yep. Give me 3 light bulbs. 3 light bulbs. Give me your cell phone and some bungee cords and one of those little wireless Bluetooth speakers. Give me just those 3, and I guarantee you. And you got your. I can make you a show where you can go live, and not only that, add another couple of colored lights. You can look like a pro, just That's like right. that. With under maybe.
Hey, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to give you another tip. People have these windscreens on their microphone, like they're. If you can't listen, if you're on the go. And
that's what you did with your hair.
Yeah. You pull off your toupee. You cover your microphone. Wait, hold on.
I love it. You look like the guy in Aladdin. The genie.
Yo, if you need an emergency windscreen, you just take this sucker off. You put it. The mother of invention, necessity, the mother of invention.
So what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Well, what I was going to say is if you're outside and you're filming something and it's windy, I found this out when I was at Lake Tahoe. It was so windy and I'm trying to film myself in the wind. So you know what I did? I literally took my beanie off, and you cover the microphone on your phone, and it's a windscreen. It's one of these. That's all you need to do. You have it. You could take a bandana, just cover your microphone, like when it's blowing. Those are little tips and tricks. Another tripod I have is the webcam's right there, and it's sitting on top of about 2 board games right now. I have a Connect 4 and a chessboard that it's on top of. Yeah. Oh, do me a favor. Can you tell us what the coffee cup story was?
Well, it's a long story. It's long. It's like 5 minutes long, 6 minutes long. It's a long story.
Should we tell the story now, or should we save it for next time?
We could save it for some other time. You know what I mean? It's just last time I had a visual too.
Yeah.
I actually had the cup. I had the cup, and it was.
Let's save it then. We'll save it. We'll save it. I love it. There's another thing I was going to get to. You and we had a laugh the other day because I was like, I was a little bit frustrated. I was supposed to meet you at a certain time, and I couldn't find the jeans that I wanted to wear, and I was like, man, I'm sorry, man. My wife, she's an angel. She just organized my closet, and I can't find those jeans. And remember that we were like, well, hey, when that happens, because usually I know exactly where everything is. I know like my favorite cargo shorts are right here, and my 2 favorite pairs of jeans are right here, and I couldn't find them. And she organized everything, and I love those jeans because they have like a certain kind of like a little bit of a stretchy waistband.
I know. I hate it when my wife when she washes my favorite pair of boxers, because now I can't find them, because usually I know right where they're standing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you know what the thing is, though, you're right. When she cleans stuff up, and I'm like, where is this? I don't know where anything's at. You know, and there's a lot of, some of your most successful producers, I was telling, one guy says he leaves his mess. It's just a total mess, but he leaves it right where it is because he knows right where everything is. And if you clean it, he won't know where anything's at. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like, don't touch that. I keep that dress shirt on top of that amplifier for a reason. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. How come too, you know, have you ever noticed, I have this problem. I can go in the closet, and if I'm looking for, let's say, this shirt, I can look all over and not find it. I tell my wife, honey, where's that funky monkey shirt that I like? Because it's right there. I go, where? So she'll go in the closet, same place I did, and comes walking out with it. I'm like, and I don't know what it is. I think she hides it on purpose just so she can make me feel like I'm dependent on her more, which I am.
Dude, tell me about it. I mean, wait, I'll be right back. Look at this. I'm looking, like yesterday, I mean, I literally was looking through my closet. I'm putting on my reading glasses. You'd think I was doing a comedy show. I'm breaking out my flashlight. I'm like looking all around. I couldn't find it, man. And my wife was like, right there.
Thank you. I'm telling you, I do it all. I don't know why. I'm glad I'm not the only one. You know that? I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I don't know. Somebody one time said that the uterus is a location device. You know?
It sounds like it. That sounds like you would call a location device. Can you give me that uterus? You just carry the uterus 2000?
Yeah, I got a couple of questions I want to ask you. I did a comedy show, and before the comedy show, like during the day, they had like a speed dating kind of function, and somebody had left this on one of the tables, and I picked it up, and first of all, I was so happy that I'm married and I'm not on the speed dating circuit or the dating circuit, because if you look, some of the replies were that somebody had taken the person's names and they were like, tries hard, tries too hard. Jennifer, she tries really hard. I mean, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, who isn't going to try hard on a date, you know? But anyways, you know, that's just, that made me a little bit sad and frustrated. I was like, I'm glad I don't have to do that crap. But there was a list of like 20 questions, and I'm just going to ask you a few of these. I just want to hear what you would say. Well, first of all, I'll tell you this. I would hate this dumb question right here. The first question right here would be like the dumbest question for the date. Like if she says, they asked me, question number 1, what is your favorite TV show currently on? See right there, I got to tap out because I'm like, what am I going to say? Like Gilligan's Island or something like that?
That's, you know what
funny.
I mean? Yeah, that'll age you real quick.
Exactly. You know, especially like, you know, yeah, I mean, some of my favorite TV shows, like from the past or whatever, are usually from the past because now I'm not really watching a lot of current TV. I'm doing stuff. I'm being productive, but, you know, you definitely would have to date you can't be like, I like Three's Company, you know, the Regal Beagle. And she'd be like, what are you talking about? You know? Do you have a favorite?
Well, look at these older guys that date these younger girls. They have nothing in common. I mean, what do you do? And I mean, I knew this guy, he had a young, fine, beautiful girl, you know what I mean? He took her to watch Aladdin.
That'd be boring,
she's trying to talk about Power Rangers. He has no idea who they are. He thinks they're from Texas or something.
Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions and then we'll get out of here. Let's see.
Don't get me in trouble.
All right, you're not gonna get in trouble. These are just regular questions. Here we go.
All right.
And if you could see any musical concert, alive or dead, who would you go see?
The Grateful Dead, alive.
You know what? This guy tries too hard. He tries too hard. No.
I try too hard. All comics try too hard.
I know, dude. It's our power. You know, I used to be so stupid. Stuff that would be great on stage does not work one-on-one. You know, like I remember, like I used to have my opening joke that I looked like Bart Simpson, used to crush. But you know, no one cares. Like if you're on a date with a girl, hey, I won $100. I was the winner of a Bart Simpson lookalike contest.
Did she have a change of mind?
Yeah. My wife.
All of a sudden.
My wife swears that I said that joke over the phone to her. I don't remember doing it, but I actually says that I was like, "Hey, I look like Bart Simpson," and then I put the phone down, and then I picked the phone back up. Was that funny?
Oh my God! No, I would say honestly, I think the Motown one, or
You see somebody
Motown
from
Review.
Motown?
The Motown Review. Musical.
Oh, Motown Review. Is that still going on?
It's traveling across the country. Well, not now. I mean, it was a national tour.
Yeah.
And I missed it at the Pantages, but I wanted to. But I did see the Jersey Boys. Loved it.
Oh, that's good. I love that kind of stuff. Oh, they're good. Jersey Boys.
The musical's amazing.
All right, here we go. One more question. What would your dream job be? What is your dream job?
A stand-up comedian.
Me too, brother.
Still.
Me too. We're so lucky, blessed. I love being a comedian. I love making people laugh. I love the joy it brings on their face. Laughter truly is the best medicine.
I was at the gym one day, Darren, talking to a brain surgeon, an old man in his 80s, still a surgeon. Those guys don't retire. And we were talking at the gym, just sitting. I'm sitting there asking him all these questions, and I'm like in awe of what he's talking about. And he goes, "What do you do?" And I go, "I'm a stand-up comedian." And I tell you what, he turned into a little kid, excited more about what I do than what he did. And that's when I realized I got the best job in the world.
Absolutely.
And I didn't have to go to 20 years of medical school for it.
Right. Gilbert, always a pleasure. I want to get you back on. I'd love for you to come back on. And any words of wisdom in closing, anything you'd like to tell people at home that are watching on YouTube?
I'm going to leave you some words of wisdom that I hope help you. And I learned these from a very wise man, a guru. If you're ever in a situation where you're trying to film and it's windy, just grab your hair, take it off, and put it over the mic, and you'll be all right. I'm out.
Yeah.
We're done with this interview.
So the other day I was standing in the kitchen and my son was like, "Dad, why did you write down that you weigh 190 pounds? I'm like, I never wrote that. And he goes, "Look." And he held up my driver's license. I was like, ew. My wife goes, "Yeah, you're not supposed to put down your goal weight. You're supposed to put your actual weight." And then she looks at it again and she goes, "And did you put your goal height?" And I was like, I might have made myself look taller and thinner on my driver's license. And then my son starts breaking out into a song by Roy Orbison. Remember that? He was like, "Lying to the DMV." Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching my YouTube video. And if you get a chance, watch one of these and subscribe. All right. Have a great day.